Good morning, everyone. Eric Lofholm here. Happy Friday. And of course, today is Christmas Eve. And for the most part, I'm taking the day off, except for this call. And I have a couple other things I need to do work-wise. But I wanted to be here and spend this time with you guys and share some encouragement with you. Just a little quick 15-minute encouragement to help you have the best day possible. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. Type into the chat. Today is going to be a great day, or write it down. Either way, type it into the chat or write it down. Today is going to be a great day. We have between Zoom and Facebook about 30 or 40 of you on Christmas Eve, which just blows me away. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you have prioritized your professional development, because in a 24-hour day, 15 minutes is, let's see here, that is 1% of your day. So you're taking 1% of your day and putting yourself in the best mindset possible to have a great day. And it's possible that you're going to experience a breakthrough from what it is that I'm going to share. So today's lesson is all 17 principles. You see, Napoleon Hill created this course called the Napoleon Hill 17 Principles of Success. And this, what you see on the screen here, is everything I've just covered over the last month so far of December. And this image here, you can find it on the internet. So what you do is you just go on the internet and you do a Google search, Napoleon Hill 17 Principles of Success poster. I'll put that in the Zoom chat and the Facebook chat. So what you can do is you can go and get this image if you want, and you can put it on your phone. And there's a couple ways you can do it. An image like this, if you're on your smartphone, you can right click it and you can save it to your camera roll. Or you can click on it, whatever website it's going to take you to. And then what you can do is you can pull out your camera, smartphone, and you can just take a picture, right? So I got my smartphone here, and then I just put my camera right up to there, and I just take a picture of it. And now, what did I do? I just put that image right on my camera roll. So that has all the principles there together. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is all these principles together. And before we do that, here is today's breakthrough idea. And it's the question of, what position are you coming from as a student? What position are you coming from? So there's a lot of places that you could be coming from as a student, as far as your intention. I remember when I got my insurance license and I studied for the test, and you have to study a certain number of hours and get the insurance, pass the insurance exam to get your license. My viewpoint, my position was, I'm going to study this to log the necessary hours to fulfill the requirement and to pass the tests. I did not study to learn. So my position that I took was fulfill the requirement to pass the test. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It's just that's the position that I took. So you take a position when you come to a call like this. When you're reading Think and Grow Rich, you take a position. And so some of the positions might be entertainment. Hey, personal development, like this call you're on with me right now. Hey, this is my entertainment. Some people like to watch true crime movies on television, or drama, or some people like to watch comedies. I like to do personal development. So you could watch from a position of entertainment, or you could watch from a position that you could say, this doesn't apply to me. This applies to other people, but it doesn't apply to me. And you might not think that the content is about you when it could be about you. Or you could take a position, what does this mean to me? Or how can I apply this idea? So I want you to consider for the rest of your life taking the position of consuming content or being on a call like this as if the call's about you. That I'm here right now training you, even though we've got 30, 40, 50 people on the line. This is about you and you asking yourself, okay, how do I apply this in my life? Right? Like the first principle, definiteness of purpose. So when you learn about that and go, okay, well, what is my definiteness of purpose? Not me, Eric, you, right? What is my definiteness of purpose? And you sit with that and you be in that inquiry, because Napoleon Hill's saying of all his ideas that he spent a lifetime learning, he identifies definiteness of purpose as one of the 17 principles of success, according to this poster right here. So that's his way of saying, hello, tune into your definiteness of purpose. And then you might go, but Eric, I don't have one, or I'm not sure what it is. Demand the result. Demand the result of yourself. I'm in my home right now, training you guys in my office. And this house, I bought the house, my wife and I did, earlier this year. And there were some problems with the real estate deal. And without going into all the details, because it's a half an hour story, there was a really good possibility we were going to lose the house. And we were already living in the house before we bought it because we leased it first. So we leased the house, then we're going to buy the house. And the lease was coming up. So we either had to execute on the lease, or in other words, buy the house, or give the house back to the owner. And if we gave the house back to the owner, we would have to move. And there's a lot of different reasons why we didn't want to move. So I had to produce the result. And it was a really, 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 really hard deal to get to the finish line. And we got to the finish line. But my mindset was, I have to produce the result. In other words, if you take that concept that I just shared with you of my house, I have to produce the result, and you apply it to definiteness of purpose. And a lot of people would say, well, I can't figure out what it is. I don't know what my definiteness of purpose is. I don't have a definiteness of purpose. Versus demand the result of yourself. So the conversation that we're having right now is one of the position that you take as a student. And you can say, well, this doesn't apply to me. And then you won't get anything out of the conversation. Or you go, how does this apply to me? Or what is the position that I'm coming from as a student? Is your outcome just to show up for the class today? Is your outcome to show up and get ready for a great day? Is your outcome to show up and ask yourself, how does this apply to me? Different ways of thinking about it. It's not right or wrong. It's just different ways of looking at it. Okay, another golden nugget, thinking in combinations. So there's a distinction between a scoop of ice cream. Okay, let me show it to you like this. I've got a scoop of ice cream and I've got a cone. A scoop of ice cream by itself and a cone by itself is different than an ice cream cone. An ice cream cone, where you bring it, you have the scoop up here, and here's the cone, right? A scoop of ice cream and a cone is not the same as an ice cream cone. Okay? A piece of bread, two pieces of bread, a gob of peanut butter, and a gob of jelly is not the same as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So that's teaching you to think in combinations. So one of the big ideas of the 17 principles is to look at how do these 17 principles work together. In other words, here's the principles. So what if you get your definiteness of purpose and then you have a mastermind alliance? I was interacting with a woman this week and she was sharing with me her definiteness of purpose. And I said to her, why don't we do a 2-hour mastermind? And why don't you gather up to 10 of your friends that believe in what you're doing, the stakeholders of your life, the ones that whatever you're up to, it matters to them. And why don't we bring them all together on a Zoom and let's meet for 2 hours and let's have you share with us for 15 minutes what you're all about. What's your vision? In other words, your definiteness of purpose, and we'll mastermind. So what are we doing? We're masterminding her vision, and we're bringing the two together. That's number 14, create a vision. What if you bring enthusiasm and self-discipline to your definiteness of purpose? Thinking in combinations. Today's bonus idea, or bonus video rather, this is a piece of content that may be one of the most important pieces of content you've ever gone through of mine, if you choose to go through this piece of content. And what this content is, it's 16 minutes on how to be an Eric Lofholm success story. So I just put it in the Zoom chat, and I'm going to put it in the Facebook chat. And what I want you to consider is going through this piece of content. 16 minutes, guys. It's audio only. And this gives you a blueprint of how to become an Eric Lofholm success story. So you get what you focus on. You get what you focus on. So Mandy Pratt, it's one of my star clients, and she created this video here.
If you're thinking about selling a house in Sacramento or a house anywhere within about an hour of Sacramento, this message is definitely ours. Mandy Pratt.
So this is the video. I'll put this in the chats. And Mandy declared that she is my top student. And my idea has transformed her life. She went from making $2,000 a month, in some cases, to making over $20,000 a month. She was one of the greenest people I've ever had in terms of her sales skills when I met her. And I helped her become a sales superstar. But she decided, I'm going to become an Eric Lofholm success story. Now, when she says top student, anybody can be my top student. It's not about comparing yourself to somebody else. It's you being the best student you can be. Now, think about this for a second. What if you took the position and said, Eric, I'm going to be an ultimate student of yours. I'm going to be a top student of yours. I'm going to be one of your success stories. What if you decided that, Kathy, that Eric, you're going to be telling my story in your future books or on your webinars or on these morning calls. In fact, my story is going to become so amazing, you're going to ask me to be a guest on your morning call to share with everyone what it is that I'm up to. I'll show you another example of this because this is very powerful. If you take this on and you own that you're going to be a success story. So one of the things that I've done is I have interviewed a number, and I'm going to show you a visual here. I've interviewed a number of my successful clients. So let's see here. I'm going to go to videos. I'm just going to give you a picture here. I'm going to give you a picture of right here. Here we go. This is my relationship. So this gentleman here, I coached up, and I think he told me this year he made $500,000. He was down making about 100 grand when I started working with him. And if he didn't make $500,000, he made like 400,000. He's in commercial insurance. He's just out there crushing it. So I want you to create a success story where I'd interview you. And it doesn't mean you need to make $500,000. Very few people do that. Very few of my clients do that, but he did it. You don't have to make $500,000 to be a success story. It's whatever success means to you. So I invite you to plant your flag and make a decision that you're going to become a success story. If you're willing to say, hey, Eric, I'm going to be one of your success stories, type that in the chat right now. Just declare it right now. I will be one of your success stories. You just declare it in the chat. And you will. So that's going to wrap up our call today, guys. Tanya, I see you. Awesome. Thanks for typing in the chat. Carol, so great to have you in class today. Thanks for being here. Mark, thank you for being here. Angel, have a wonderful day today. Chris, thanks for joining us. John, great to have you. Thanks for being here. And Tommy, hey, Tommy. Oh, I did a little thing to your name there, Tommy. Did you see that? You see your name on chat there? Steve Shaw, I did a little something to your name there. Hey, Ron, great to have you. Thank you for your tips yesterday, Ron. You're an elite human being, Ron, and a phenomenal trainer, one of the best in the world at what you do. That's who you are. Lori, thank you for being here. Bonnie, Always great to have you in class. Abe, thanks for joining us. Heshi, thanks for being here. Forte, great to have you. John in Canada, thanks for being here. And over on Facebook, Sherry, have a great day today, Sherry. Toby, thanks for being here. I love your declaration, Toby. Karen, great to have you. Sandra, love your declaration. Karen, love your declaration. Jerry, love your declaration. Harry, love your declaration. Katie, love your declaration. Denise, you have greatness inside of you. Martin, have a great day. For everyone else, it's going to wrap our call. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.